Guys, if you're watching this, make sure you subscribe. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can watch it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. But I was going to say, you really do have your fingers in all these pies because TikTok boxing match.
Yes.
I didn't know you were doing the, what's it like, presenting? What's it even called, interviewing?
Yeah, so they wanted me to essentially host part of it. But I've always been that I work very closely with a lot of people behind the scenes and things like this, and I love like the behind the scenes of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm always really, really involved. But sometimes I won't like talk about it publicly. I'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah.
How was that?
I'll help them with some ideas and stuff, you know, like give them a bit of advice, and then they'll just run with it. But this time it was a few days before, and we were going through it, and I'd been working with them for a little while on this one event, the Ed Matthews one, and they were like, oh yeah, we need you to do like the behind the scenes stuff, blah, blah, blah. So that's what it was originally going to do.
Yeah.
I was originally just doing the interviews behind the scenes. And then 5 minutes before they went live, they were like, oh, can we have you near the stage just in case we want to bring you on? I was like, okay. And they kept bringing me on. I was like, Jesus, I didn't even know this was happening.
I didn't know what to say.
And like as well, I was standing with my back towards the audience and I had the maddest outfit on as well. Like you could see my entire ass.
No one was complaining, I know that.
No, I know.
Like, thank you for letting us buy a ticket.
But like, but I didn't have in-ears in either, so they did. And I didn't. So all I could hear was the audience going, shake your ass, Lauren, get your tits out.
God.
And I'm trying to talk about the fight, and in my ears, like, it's just like, shake your ass. And I'm like, fucking
People are
hell.
dogs. They're actually dogs. You're there for a fight and everyone's like, get out.
It was so funny though. And you know what? Even though they were shouting that kind of stuff, mid-fight and stuff like that, when I was just like, a few of the times I sat on the floor on the stage and I was just talking to them in the audience. Everyone's so lovely and they're so sweet.
I
They're
bet,
like,
yeah.
like, I'm just like,
We love you.
they're so sweet. I don't know why, but everyone's just really nice.
Who were you rooting for? So I want to know Elle Brooks, the Ed Matthews one, the big ones. Who are you rooting for?
So Elle and AJ.
Yeah.
I was always rooting for Elle, even when
Course.
she was like fighting Astrid. Obviously, Astrid pulled
Me
out.
too.
But I was rooting for Elle just because her transformation's been so crazy as well.
Mental.
And I feel like she's really just put the most effort in, hasn't she?
She is built like a shit brick house now.
Yes,
as well.
I know. She looks
100%.
crazy. I was just like, she's so like, wow.
Head
She's
in the
just
game.
crazy. Yeah.
Love it.
And that was a really good fight. And then Ed and Simon, I'm close with both of them. I feel like I relate more to Ed because obviously he's younger.
Yeah.
But I was rooting for Ed just because I know how much he's been like working in the gym, and he's always been like a gym guy, and you know, like he really wanted that win, and he actually said to himself like, if I don't get the win, that's it for me. I'm gonna quit socials, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And before the fight even happened, Ed always had like a winner's mentality. Like he was always saying to himself, like, I've got
100%.
this, I'm gonna
I'm
win.
winning.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas a few times I'd spoken to Simon, and probably like a month before the fight, he really lost faith in himself. And he was like, even if I don't win. And I was like, no, you can't say that. You can't see it like that, because the second you say that, you've already lost.
I felt really bad for him as well because it was like the first round and you could just tell he was like, nah.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for the daughter, Keely.
She's got to fuck Ed Matthews now. I'd be like, Dad, get back in that fucking ring now. Get
Stand
back in that
up.
ring. Yeah. I'd take the gloves off, like, I'm ready. Don't worry about it. I've got this.
But I feel like because everything kind of stemmed from Cal the Dragon almost.
Of course.
And then I was surprised Cal wasn't at the fight.
Was he not?
No, I was like, what is
Well,
this going
he
on behind the
instigated
scenes?
the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, why is he not there?
He might as well have sponsored it, to be fair.
No, exactly.
Poor bloke.
But no, Elle and AJ, the fight, I thought it was a really good fight. I was actually surprised with how well AJ did, because obviously she was trained in MMA, wasn't she?
But she was muscly as fuck anyway. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is actually a good like opponent. But Elle genuinely just flew in.
I know.
I was like, I was watching it and I was like, oh.
It was crazy.
She
I was
wasn't
standing there
lying.
like, shit, okay, this is real. Like,
And
this
is she smaller than AJ?
I think Elle's a tiny bit smaller than AJ. I feel like Elle's like 5 foot. Because I always thought me and
they're
her were
quite
like
small.
a similar height, but I think she's like 5 foot. Because I'm 5'2" and she's shorter than me. And AJ, I think, is about 5'1" maybe.
Mental.
But because I saw Elle before the fight, and I've been speaking to her a bit before the fight, because I never really, I'm not really friends with any of the OnlyFans girls. They're not really in my group. Yeah.
Right.
So the only one I like, obviously, like I respect all of them, etc. But none of them have really like, I don't know, they're just not in my friend group.
Yeah.
And Elle, I've managed to actually speak to quite a lot, because obviously where I've been working with Kingpin behind the scenes, she's been at all the things, like, and I've been there, so I've spoken to her a lot. And I've seen like her training and her progress and stuff, and like what she's managed to do is so crazy.
And she's actually really nice. Like I remember,
She's so lovely.
I remember when she was coming on this podcast, I was like, it's either going to go one of two ways. She's either going to be really nice or like just a bitch. But she was the nicest person.
She's so lovely.
Ever.
Yeah, she's so
like,
lovely.
I want to hate you.
No, I know.
You're
Yeah,
that
she's
good
really
looking.
lovely. And as well, like I feel like her and Astrid, all their comments on TikTok, I'm just like, if I had comments like that every day, I'd actually cry myself to sleep
People
every
are
night.
fucking horrible.
I
on
know.
Their TikToks.
It's so crazy. I feel like, because Elle obviously came out with her outfit, because I saw her outfit before the fight and she had like mid and stuff written on it. So she like...
She embraced it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She embraced it and she joked about it herself. But like the comments are crazy. Like if I was told I looked like a man every single day,
I'd get shit done.
Yeah, I'd have to
100%.
actually get surgery. Like,
100%.
I'd cry so much.
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I get that too. But to that level, I'd be like, yeah, I got to fix that shit.
I know, it's crazy. But no, I think the fight, AJ was really good as well. Elle just, I think, had that bit more like strength.
I think it's more, it's worse when you do lose, because it's not like a normal one where like, okay, you lose, like fine, you go on to the next. Like that's going to haunt them.
Yes.
For weeks. Like
exactly.
Anything they do, they're like, yeah, well, you lost the fight to blah, blah, blah.
No,
like,
I know. But I think AJ did really well considering she only actually trained boxing for 2 weeks. Before it was MMA.
Wait, who was the ginger blonde guy who literally laughed? Luke Bennett. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. When he walked in, he was like, yeah, fucking boy. And then 6 seconds in, he was like, gotta go. That would be me. If I got in the ring, that would be me. I'm like, I've got to go.
Can I just say?
So.
He's so tiny.
Is he?
Yeah, like he's so tiny. And his original opponent, I think, was like double his weight. But then they changed it. Yeah, then they changed it to the Dean guy, who's the one who looks like Rotashaw. And I was just standing there like, watching the fight, and I was like, someone's gonna die. Like, but like, it's crazy.
That Dean guy was getting loads of shit. People were booing him. I was like, why are you all shocked that he won?
Yeah,
Who
no, I
is
know.
shocked that man
I feel
won?
like it's because no one really likes him in the TikTok world. I feel like his comments, like,
I'd
everyone
never
just
really
takes the
seen
piss.
him.
Yeah, because I didn't know who a lot of the fighters were, but obviously where I was working with them behind the scene, I had like a little presentation on like who everyone was, and I was like, right, okay, and yeah, no, I feel like people liked him when he was doing the Harry impressions, but then when he stopped doing the Harry impressions, people kind of stopped liking him. And then I think Luke had an argument with him, and Luke was like, oh, you're trying to steal my clout or something. This is what I remember anyway. I could be so wrong now. But yeah, it's all a bit crazy. And then there was another fight. I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok. There's this girl.
Cheyenne and Tommy.
Yes.
No, and I'm glad you know, because I bring this up to everyone. I'm like, Cheyenne, Tommy, no one. Me and Izzy Oakley used to just send the lives to each other, just religiously watch.
I've only seen it really recently. But I went into so there was like, I had my own dressing room, and then after when Elle came in, I was like to Elle, I was like, Elle can have my one. And then I had like a joint one, because I'd already got changed, I'd already got dressed and everything. So I just put my bags in one room. And I went into the room to grab something from my makeup bag. And Tommy was in there, and he went, oh, Alexis. And I was like, oh, you're right.
Hello.
And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, really nice to meet you, Alexis. And I was like, my name's not Alexis, by the way. It's Lauren. And he was like, oh, he was like, I thought your name was Alexis. I was like, no. I was like, you can call me Alexis, though. It's fine. Like, I don't mind.
Cheyenne's there, like, spitting on her wrist.
So I was like, I've seen some stuff on TikTok about you.
Yeah.
And he goes, what? And I go, oh, like, you know, you've always got like the police around your house and stuff.
He must be mortified. He'd be like, oh.
And I go, so is your girlfriend here? And he goes, what girlfriend? I was like, what's her name? Shy something? And he's like, no, that's not my girlfriend. We're just friends. And then I was like, who are you boxing? And he was telling me about like him and Pulley. And he was like, oh yeah, we're actually just really good mates. And I was like, so what,
yeah, but you know he had a fight before, and Cheyenne had a fight with this other girl as well.
Yeah, that's some blonde girl.
I religiously watched that as well. I watched the whole thing.
Crazy stuff.
Whole thing.
I've seen stuff where he'll like pack her suitcase and like throw it down the stairs. Yeah. And like the police come round, and then his like government name got baited, and like,
and she was, I remember she was like down the street or something, and she got chased down the street while on live. Can these people end their lives?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? If my life is at risk, I'm gonna be like, guys, I'll be back in 10. We'll let you know what
Yes.
happens. I'm not going to be there like, send gifts quick. Thank
No,
you.
I know, it's so bad. It's like, follow if you want to see me get arrested. Like, what?
Yeah, I
So
say this
mean.
though, and then I'll watch it. I'll tune
No,
into
I
the next
know.
one.
And I'll see, like, because I never catch the actual live streams, but then I'll see the replays and it's like part 2 in the comments, part 3, part 4. And I'm sitting there like, oh my
2
God,
hours
why am I
deep.
watching this? Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Then I'm like, why did I get no sleep last night?
And it's like, Cheyenne and Tommy.